is a class group. A class group is combination of one or more abstract classes which must be deriving from work dash or any of its subclasses. Okay, so now if you go ahead and see, this is abstract class in an example which you have taken, and this is abstract class, so this is concrete class. Okay, and when you are creating class group, this combination is the class group. This will be inheriting from which class? Work dash predefined class. So all the predefined components which are available in the work dash class can be reused in this class group. Clear? Okay. Now, so when we have discussed yesterday, we have discussed about organization structure. What will be there in organization structure? Organization, division, unit, right? So see, PRPC, when you go ahead and create a new application, your class group will be automatically created by following this structure. Okay, so PRPC makes the combination of like this: organization, division and unit. So makes the combination of this organization, division and unit in order to frame your class group. Okay, so under unit only your business will run. Organization will be connected to division, division will be connected, sorry, I have to go from bottom to top. Unit will be connected to division, division will be connected to organization. That connectivity should be there. That connectivity resembles your inheritance, right? Now see here, PRPC, when you go ahead and create, it will create a class group following the organization structure, the same way of giving a pattern separated by hyphen for making it a connectivity, okay. So now these three, organization, division and unit, are being connected by this hyphen symbol. Let's say similarly your class group is connected with this hyphen symbol, right? Okay, this class group is also connected with the hyphen symbol. Now the purpose of organization, division and unit is, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of class group? Organization, division, what is the purpose? In order to make reusable components. So at the same level, organization level, we have one class. This is, let me go ahead in this way: organization, division and unit. Okay, OCBC auto and then work. This is organization level abstract class. This is division level abstract class, and the third one is unit level concrete class. Organization level abstract class, division level abstract class, unit level concrete class. Today, Sudhakar. Sorry, I don't know. Meeting idea. Okay, okay, fine. So organization, division and unit. See, when you are going to create a class group, you need to follow the organization structure for the best practice. Okay, I will do in this way. As we discussed, I will create only concrete class and says this is a class group. Business will run without any issues. I'll create only one abstract, one concrete. Does business runs or it will not run? It will run without any issue. So why I have to create two abstract and two concrete is, PRPC will give you this organization structure and it follows this organization structure when creating this class group. Okay, this is the way. See, you can go ahead and make more divisions. Say suppose you have only organization and unit, means that's it, your business is up to organization, different units, that's it, done. Okay, if you have division, means again you can go ahead, say suppose banking. Within the banking I have different divisions. Okay, core banking and then mortgage banking and then consumer operations, transactional operations. Leave about transactional, consumer operations. Okay, three divisions are there. These three divisions have their own different units. In future I am going to include one more division. If I don't have division level itself, what I have to do? Clumsily all units I have to put under organization. Okay, Under the division, again you have subdivisions. That is also possible. Remember, okay? Under the division, you can have n number of divisions. You can have n number of units, n number of levels you can have. But the best practice level is to organization, one division, one unit. That is the way. So in some applications, when you join the organization, you will see one organization, two levels of divisions and unit level. In some organizations, you see this. Okay, so mostly you will not see one organization, one unit directly. You will not see that. Okay, 99.99% you will see this structure. 70% you will see this. Remaining 30% you will see two levels after division, again subdivision, and then unit. You will see that kind of structure. Whatever you see, you should be able to understand. Above the unit level are all abstract only, all for the purpose of reusability. Okay, so now in Pega, how the reusability between the classes can be achieved? By means of what? If you want to reuse the components of one class into another class, then it should be inherited from that class. Okay, so now let's go ahead here. This is the organization, division and unit. Okay, so these two are meant for reusability. This is already reusing, this must be reusing the components from work dash, otherwise your application will not run. Okay, if you write printf and you do not include stdio.h, it will throw error message. Same way you need to understand. Okay, what components we don't bother now. Okay, it will not work for sure. Okay, when your concrete class, which is part of your class group, must have to inherit from work dash. If it is not inherited, it will not work. So the parent position for this concrete class group is being occupied by work dash. So that you need to understand. Okay, so the parent position for the work dash is being occupied by your work class is being occupied by work dash, cover dash or work dash, whatever it is, subclass of work dash. Now the idea behind creating organization, division and reusability, but there is no connectivity yet. Still we don't have any connectivity. It is created, I agree, but parent class position is being occupied by work dash. But if I have to reuse the components which I have defined at division level and organization level, these two must be parents to work dash, work class. Otherwise it cannot reuse. If you define organization, division, unit, do not make any relationship, no use. Right? So what I have to do now, I have to find out a way so that I can make my division and organization as parents to my unit level concrete class. That is what I have to go ahead and find out now. Okay, clear? So we are on the way to make a relationship between OCBC, auto and work class. In a way, this unit work class can reuse the components from division and organization abstract classes. Okay, everyone clear so far? Ardhavatna? Everyone online?
Harsha?
Yes, Sudhakar.
So here you have given the work and work dash, both are different. Both are not, those are different, right? Not same.
See, understand this way. This is different from this. This is a predefined class. This is the user created class. 100 to 100% of applications, the class group concrete class name will be work. Anywhere you join, any organization, any client, this class name will be work only, nothing else other than this. That is the practice everyone is following.
Okay, so
okay,
for
this is a user created class and this is a predefined class. Okay,
yeah,
good to understand. Yeah, go ahead.
For understanding purpose, instead of work, can you say OCBC work, so that we can differentiate that with the actual work?
So say suppose for your understanding, differentiating work and work dash, I am making it OCBC work. Okay, OCBC work is the unit level. OCBC auto is division, OCBC work is unit level. Okay, this is predefined class. So this class parent position is occupied by this particular work dash class. Nothing else can occupy that in that place. But now we need to find out a way to make your division and organization as parents, so that I will be achieving the reusability between unit, division and organization. Okay, and Kranti, are you following? You able to understand, Soma and Kranti?
Yes, Harsha.
Soma, what about you? Yes, right? Okay. Now, see, in PRPC, there are two types of inheritance. So, first one is direct inheritance. I will give notes, no need to write down. Second one is pattern inheritance. Direct inheritance, in a direct inheritance, a class will have only one direct parent defined. That too, that will be defined here at the parent class directed here. So now we came to know direct inheritance position is being occupied by work dash. So in a direct inheritance, a class will have only one parent directly specified here in the drop down. Okay, so direct inheritance you understand, right? Okay, directly it will have only one parent. Now we'll understand pattern inheritance. So pattern inheritance on a class can be applied by selecting the checkbox find by name first pattern. Okay, when you select this checkbox, so what I am doing is for this OCBC work class, I am telling that OCBC work class you are being applied with pattern inheritance. You are being applied with pattern inheritance. So how I am telling that I am selecting this checkbox. If I do not select this checkbox, it will not be applied. It is not mandatory. Okay. So I have selected on this class, I have selected this checkbox of find by name first pattern so that I am applying pattern inheritance on OCBC work class. So now what happens when you apply like this? Okay, so now see here, if you see the class group name, what is the name of the class group? Class group name is equal to OCBC auto OCBC work అనుకుందాం ఇక్కడ. Okay, OCBC work. So this is the combination of classes separated by a pattern of symbol hyphen. Right, this is the combination of three classes separated by a pattern of symbol hyphen, where OCBC is abstract, this one is abstract, this is concrete. So I have applied on this class, these three class names are appended, okay, by separating by hyphen. I am applying pattern inheritance on OCBC work. When I apply like this, what PRPC considers is, what is the meaning of that checkbox is find by name first pattern. So immediately in the pattern of classes, so in the for the current class in the pattern, what are the connected classes? It will look for it and makes those classes as parents to this particular work class. Okay, so say suppose I do not check this checkbox. What happens now? It will not apply pattern inheritance because I have selected checkbox. PRPC now treats in the pattern of these class names separated by hyphen symbols. Previous classes which are available before the hyphen to the current class will be treated as parents. So now my organization and division are before the hyphen symbol. Those will become parents to, this is like indirect parents. Indirect parents to my current OCBC work class. So by applying the pattern inheritance on OCBC work class, I am achieving the organization division inheritance, reusability from division and organization. So what is the importance of checking the checkbox of find by name first pattern? That is not mandatory. It's up to you whether you select it or not when you're doing your project. So now in the scenario of class group, what is the importance of selecting the checkbox find by name first pattern? Because we want to reuse the components from organization and division. That means we need to make our organization division as parents to our unit level concrete class. That's why we are selecting, otherwise there is no need. If you do not want that relationship between unit and organization division, you are not required to check that. It's up to you. That is not mandatory. So your pattern inheritance is not mandatory. Direct inheritance is mandatory. Without specifying a direct parent, you cannot even proceed to create a class. In PRPC, every class must have a predefined parent class. So direct inheritance is mandatory, pattern inheritance is optional. It is your knowledge where to select pattern inheritance, where not to select pattern inheritance. In this scenario of class group, because my unit level concrete class must inherit from organization and division levels, in order to make those reusable components utilized here, I am applying the pattern inheritance. Clear? Online guys. Anyone has any questions, any doubts? So you should be pretty much thorough in this abstract concrete inheritance levels, why we are selecting pattern, why we are choosing direct and all. You should be pretty much clear. These are very basics. Without this, it's waste of learning Pega. Go ahead, Sudhakar.
Yeah. So here OCBC work class is a concrete class. It is derived from the abstract classes OCBC and OCBC auto, as well as base, which is a predefined class work
Work
icon.
dash. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Correct. See, he's saying here OCBC work is a unit class. He's just confirming himself, repeating the same. OCBC work is a unit class, and OCBC auto, OCBC high top class are the parents. Those are indirect parents, and as well as it has a direct parent work dash. So a class having multiple parents is called multiple inheritance in Java. In Java, multiple inheritance is not achieved by means of classes. They have used what? Interfaces. So in Pega they have achieved it. Okay? Clear? By means of pattern inheritance. So if everyone is clear, I can give you the notes. Clear, right? So go ahead and write down. Okay, first what? Class group రాశారు కదా. So for your understanding, you can write down class group is a combination of one or more abstract classes. That is done. Okay. So you can write down in this way. For your understanding, continue to write down OCBC hyphen or so example class group. Write down example class group. Write down this name. Example class group is equal to, write down the highlighted part. Okay, so after you write down, you need to, after the highlighted one you have noted down, go ahead and note down this too. Okay, so note down. Hello. Huh? Mandatory is part. ఇది రాసారా? Once you are noted down, I will go ahead with inheritance part. Done? So write down inheritance. Types of inheritance in Pega. Types of inheritance. Types of inheritance in Pega. Write down. There are two types of inheritance available. There are two types of inheritance available. First one, direct inheritance. Second one, pattern inheritance. Second one, pattern inheritance. Write down direct inheritance. Write down. indirect inheritance, a class can have one and only one parent. A class can have one and only one parent, which is called direct parent. Which is called direct parent. A direct parent of a class can be chosen. A direct parent of a class can be chosen. A direct parent of a class can be chosen a direct parent of a class can be chosen from the drop down from the drop down from the drop down. See, write down. I will copy this to notepad. Parent class directed. From the drop down, parent class directed. Okay. A class can have one and only one direct parent and Rasara. Okay, done. Write down next pattern inheritance. Pattern inheritance. Write down. A pattern inheritance on a class can be applied. A pattern inheritance on a class can be applied by selecting the checkbox. By selecting the checkbox, write down that highlighted part. By selecting the checkbox, find by name first pattern. By selecting the checkbox, find by name first pattern. Okay, write down. When we select this checkbox, the class will be applied with pattern inheritance. The class will be applied with pattern inheritance. The class will be applied with pattern inheritance. Write down. Which one will take? This one. Write down. In the class group, write down the class group name. In the class group, OCBC hyphen OCBC auto hyphen OCBC work. In the class OCBC auto, the class group OCBC work applied with the pattern inheritance. So PRPC treats, I don't. When this class group is applied with pattern inheritance, PRPC treats these two. See here, OCBC auto. OCBC and OCBC auto classes are parent classes to OCBC work. Okay, so this is what pattern inheritance. In a pattern inheritance, a class will have multiple parents. In a pattern inheritance, class will have multiple parents. Class will have multiple parents. Okay, so done. This is what a pattern inheritance. Pattern inheritance, when you apply on this class, it will have PRPC treats these two are the classes pattern parents to the OCBC work class. So proceeding further here. So what we need to create? We need to create a class group. Put a star mark and write down. Class group will be created. Class group will be automatically created by PRPC. Class group will be automatically class group will be automatically created when we create new application. When we create new application. When we create new application. See, you are not required to create this. See, in Pega 6, okay, also you are not required to create. The same wizard is provided in different way. But Pega 6, you can manually create class group after one by one classes. That video is there in harshatrainings.com. For your reference, you can watch later. Okay. So, but from Pega 7 onwards, manual procedure is not completely eliminated. You don't have those ways to create. Okay. You must have to go through creating new application that will automatically create class group. So everyone when they create class group, obviously they will get organization division unit. This structure only. Okay, this is common from Pega 7 onwards. N number of customers creating their applications. For n number of applications, class group will be organization division unit. In 6 you have your choice. 2 organization, 3 organization, 2 division, 3 division, or 1 division without division. You have your choice. You can manually do that. That video is there in harshatrainings.com. That is in 6 environment. But you will understand after this. Because you have gained some knowledge now, you will understand that. So maybe Saturday, Sunday you can watch it. But from Pega 7 onwards, the manual creation is being deprecated, removed completely. You have to go through wizard and complete it. That's it. So everyone is now on the same stage. Okay. So when creating class group, I'm talking about. Okay. So let's go ahead and proceed. We are towards now creating class group. But you can write down the steps if you want to go ahead and write down how to create a class group. In 6, these are the steps. But in 7, see, now you have an idea. If you want to create a class group manually, say suppose, what you need to do? First, you need to create organization level abstract class. Second, division level abstract class. Third, unit level concrete class, which inherits from word dash, which will be applied with pattern inheritance. These are the steps if you want to write. No need. Then, right? So you have it in your mind now. Okay, you can go ahead and watch the video. So we are towards creating class group. For that, we need to create a new application. So let's go ahead and see now how to create a new application in Pega 7, which will create a class group. You have already written class group will be defaultly created when you create a new application. So write down how to create a new application in Pega 7. How to create a new application in Pega 7. Write down. So before we proceed, just one more point. See, when we are discussing, when we are going through the demo, okay, I told multiple roles can be created for an organization. Remember, right? Multiple roles. So multiple roles means multiple different logins with different access levels. Similarly here, when you create a new application in Pega 7, so it will automatically create login IDs for your application. Okay, so 4 login IDs will be created in Pega 7. Those are admin, which is called a developer login ID, and manager, author, and then user. Remaining we'll discuss later. Admin is the one which is the developer role. So these will be created. Along with this, class group will be created. Remaining classes, other levels also gets created. We'll talk about it later. So for our next class group will be created. Application, anyway, we are creating new application. Application gets created. And other than this, work group, access groups, work basket, and what else? Work basket, rule set version, which I'm not going to touch or discuss now. We'll see those things later. Those are all will be created. Okay. So right now, a new application can be new application can be created. New application can be created from the in single quotes you write down from the new application wizard. A new application can be created from the new application wizard. Okay, so right now when we create a new application, it creates below components. When we create new application, it creates below components. First one, application. Second one, operator IDs. Operator IDs with default password, all small letters, rules. So those are admin at the rate. Suppose OCBC application, if you are creating, it's OCBC. Okay, operator IDs just operator IDs and write chalu. Next, it will third one is it will create what else? Operator IDs application. What are the antena class group. Okay. So write down. So see, I purchased PRPC ready latest. So I'm going to create my first application. I have to log into the system. I don't have login ID and password. So what is the login ID and password which I can use? Default credentials. You have noted them, right? So right now, log into PRPC using default credentials. So if you don't know it, you can write down credentials administrator@pega.com, password equal to install, all small letters, administrator@pega.com, password equal to install. Okay, so now I'm going to log in. See here, after you log in, this is called Designer Studio. Okay, PRPC Design Studio, where you will go ahead and develop applications. And this administrator, what you see here is operator menu. In the operator menu, you have log off. So you want to create new application. So this Pega rules, what you see at this place, you will see the application name. You need to click on this Pega rules. Click on the Pega rules menu and choose new application. Right down. Write down, click. So like this you have to write down navigations going forward. Okay, after theory, navigations. If you look at your notes and do it, you should get it. Okay, click on Pega rules menu and choose new application. Okay, new application I am going to choose. See, once you choose new application here, it will show you this window. See which we are not going to touch or not required right now. Okay, so this is an enterprise application, that is fine. Click on the button create new application. Right down, click on the button create new application. Okay, I am going to click on this create new application. See, once you click on create new application, it will show you a wizard where you need to give the application name. Okay, I am going to give the application name. What I can give? Hey, tell me one bank name from Singapore. Somasekar. Okay, DBS. Okay, got it. DBS banking operations. Let's take it to be insurance operations. DBS insurance operations. Give the name DBS insurance operations. Application name is equal to. See, you exactly follow me. And apart from this, you create 2-3 other applications for your practice purpose. Okay. For one should be replication of what I am doing. Okay, so DBS insurance operations, and see this built on application means, see your application you are building on top of Pega. So there is a built-in application Pega rules. So you're not required right now. When you are practicing, just look at here. And we are not going to see other options here. Now we will be learning these options when we are working on class structure, when we are learning class structure. Now the default option, whatever that is been defaulting, you are not required to write down in your notes, but anything different that you see from your notes, you just see what is there when you are practicing. We'll be talking about all these things later. And I need to provide the organization name. So you have to give organization name. I am going to give DBS is the name of the organization. Write down DBS. Organization equal to DBS. So click on next. Click on next.
Hello, Asha.
Yes.
Hello, Asha.
Yes, yes.
Is there a difference between application name and organization name? Because now,
See,
I mean,
it's not mandatory that your application name and organization should be same.
okay,
So it's the practice. Usually, if you are going to create HDFC application, your organization will be HDFC only. Okay?
okay. So I mean, you mean to say in an organization you can have any number of applications.
No, no, no. In an application, you can see application means it's one entire application. In one application, you can have only one organization. Per application, one organization, multiple divisions, multiple units. It's the same way how you see outside. If you take one TCS is an organization, it will have one and only one organization centralized. It will have many divisions. It will have many different units. This entire TCS is one application. Okay? In the world is an environment. In this environment like this, you have a number of applications. Okay? Clear? So you cannot have multiple on the environment. You can have multiple applications. Okay? Might be these applications might be linked to share their work. That is possible, right? Teachers might be linking with Tech Mahindra to share their work something. Okay, that is possible. Okay, clear? So you apply everything to real time. What you see outside, you'll better understand the technology. Okay, functionally you understand, technically automatically it will be good. You'll be good. Okay, so application is done. Next, see, you can write down some business objectives about your application. Okay, this application is okay. You're not required to write down. Hang on. This application is used by insurance agents of what is this DBS. So this is one. I will add one more. I will add one more. Like this I can add a number of business objectives. When I am generating a report out of it, so it will be very easy for me to present to someone else what is this application about. It is not mandatory. Okay, so actually whatever you are doing now, this is the work of business analysts, not yours, not your work. Okay, so after this click on next. Again just look at here, case types. We are going to manually create case types. We are not going to create from here, so we are not going to touch this one also. So everything whatever we have left now, case types, data types, we will be manually doing once we go into application, not from this wizard. This wizard we are using to create only application for our purpose now. Okay, after first step, after you click on next, you need to click on next again, and then finally click on create button. Okay, you have written one next, right? Write out next create.
Harsha, can you please go back to previous step once?
Previous I so hang on. Here I need to click. Yeah, this one. This one you're talking about?
I was talking about business object. From there, I want to select
Business object. Next. Again next. And at the last screen, create. Not doing anything. I'm not doing anything in other layers. Okay. Click on create.
So in this case, you enter the application settings and business objects. That's right. No, you haven't nothing. You haven't entered anything in the case types and data types.
I'm not going to create it now. Case types and data types. Later we'll see. See, once you create for your application, you got these login IDs, operator IDs with the default password rules. Right now, once after you click on create, now it creates below operators. Write down this code. Now it creates below operators. admin@DBS. Okay, so with the default password roles. This is the first one. This created these operators. Second one, it has created application. So right now it created what? DBS application, insurance operations application. DBS insurance operations. This is the name of the application which we have given. It created DBS insurance operator operations application. So leave one line space there to write down the class group name. Once we log in, I will show you the class group, then you can write down. Leave one line space and proceed further to write down. Okay, see now we have created our application called DBS Insurance Operations and we got our logins. See out of these four, admin@DBS is the developer login. Okay, you can write down beside here developer login. Okay, so proceeding further, I don't ఒక line space వదిలేరా, leave one line space. Okay, log off from this application and log in back using admin@dbs password equal to rules. Your operator ID is not case sensitive, you can write down any case. Password is case sensitive, small letters rules. Okay, so click on login. So now you have logged into your application. See here, once you log into your application, it immediately loads. Once we log in, it loads this cases explorer. Okay, here you have different explorer. We are going to talk about each of these things later. Okay, where you need to go is, as a developer you need to go to application explorer. Okay, so once login, click on the application explorer which displays the class group. Right now, once login, click on the application explorer which displays the class group. Once we log in, it displays the class group. This is the class group, you can write down dbs hyphen dbs insu hyphen work. Okay, done. This is the class group name. You can write down, I can copy paste here. dbs hyphen dbs insru insru hyphen work. Okay, so that's it for today. We have created a class group. Further we can proceed with our development. Okay, creating user interfaces and all. What we are going to do further, I'll talk about it tomorrow. For today you can go ahead and wind up, but each and every point what we can change, hang on.
Can we change that class group?
Name, renaming class group.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you should not be renaming your class group. If you're going to rename your class group,
No, no. I am just asking.
yeah, you see, I'll tell you. You can rename the class group name. If you rename it, there are many other things that you have to do. You have to map it back to the tables. That and all you have to do. Okay, there is a lot
Okay.
of work apart from renaming you have to do. Okay, so that's fine for today. We'll go and meet tomorrow to continue to work on our application development starts. Application we have created, rest of the things we'll start creating from tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
so but understand each and everything clearly about the abstract concrete class, the relationship between why we need abstract, why we need concrete, what is the pattern inheritance, what is direct inheritance, what is class group, why we need class group, and what are the predefined classes. What will be there, we'll be learning. Okay, when you create a class group, what should be the parent. I'll show you a class rule form tomorrow. Okay, so for today you can go ahead and wind up. Thank you for joining. Soma, Sudhakar and Kranti and everyone.
Yeah.
6:30 to 7:30 batch can wind up. 7:30 batch, hang on. I will go ahead and start the class in next 3 minutes. మీరు చూడొచ్చు 4-5 చోట్ల చూడటం తప్పలేదు. నేను ప్రొడక్ట్ కుట్టాలంటే 4-5 చోట్ల చూడాలి. ఓకే, కాదా నా దగ్గరికి వచ్చే వాళ్ళందరూ ఆల్మోస్ట్ నేను ఫస్టే చెప్తాను, మీరు అన్ని డెమోలు అటెండ్ అయ్యేసి రండి అని. ఏదైనా క్లియర్గా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, నేను చెప్పే టాపిక్స్ కనీసం తెలియని కూడా తెలియదు బయట. మీరు ఆలోచించుకోండి. మీరు ఆలోచించుకొని ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు జాయిన్ టుమారో యూ కెన్ కమ్ డౌన్. వన్స్ యూ ఆర్ ఇన్, యూ హావ్ టు మేక్ ద పేమెంట్ అండ్ సిట్. మీరు లేదు పర్వాలేదు బయట జాయిన్ అవుతాను జాయిన్ అవ్వచ్చు, కానీ దానివల్ల మీకు ఏ యూజ్ ఉండదు. కావాలంటే తర్వాత మీరే రియలైజ్ అవుతారు.
Good evening, Harsha. This is Vasim.
జస్ట్ హ్యాంగ్ ఆన్ వాసింగ్, జస్ట్ 1 minute. ఎస్, మీ రెజ్యూమ్ ప్రిపరేషన్ అన్నీ నేనే చేస్తాను. నేను నాకు అవైలబుల్ ఉంటే చాలు, మీరు ఉండాలి చేసేటప్పుడు కంపల్సరీ. అవి వచ్చినప్పుడు నేను చెప్తాను. వౌచర్ ఉంటే 10,000లో అయిపోతుంది. ఇదివరకు మొన్నటి వరకు ఉన్నాయి వౌచర్లు, ఇప్పుడు లేదు. యాక్చువల్గా లాస్ట్ మంత్ రాలేదు అంతేగా. అంతమంది మీరు అందరూ 10,000 ఉన్నాయి రాసింది, వీళ్ళందరూ 10,000 రాస్తారు. మీకు వౌచర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు నేను 10,000లో రాపిస్తాను. మీరు బయట వౌచర్ ఉన్నా కూడా 11,000, 11,500 అట్లా తీసుకుంటారు బయట ఎవరైనా. 10,000లో నేను తప్ప ఎవరు చేయవచ్చు. నాకు వాడు ఎంత చెప్తే నేను వాడికి అంత ఇచ్చేసి చేపించేస్తాను. దాంట్లో పెద్ద 5,000 వౌచర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ప్లెయిన్గా 10,000, మీకు ఎగ్జామ్ కాస్ట్ కన్నా ఇంకా తక్కువ. నేను చేపిస్తే వౌచర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఖచ్చితంగా ఆయన జాయిన్ అవుతాడు. అంతే ఏంటంటే కానీ వేస్ట్ అండి, నేర్చుకుంటే అవైలబుల్ అని చెప్తున్నాను కదా. కావాలంటే నాతో 7:30కి జాయిన్ అవ్వండి. 10 వరకు ఉంటుంది క్లాస్ తనకి. Hey, online guys, I am going to extend the class for 10 minutes as we are delaying. Just hang on. Please don't mind. ఇంకా ఆయనకి చెప్పండి అమీర్పేటలో జాయిన్ అవ్వడం పెద్దగా పని. ఈవెన్ 8,000. సరే మీరిద్దరూ ప్యారల్గా నేర్చుకోండి, ఆయన త్వరగా అయిపోతుంది మీకన్నా కోర్సు. తర్వాత కూర్చొని కంపారిజన్ చేసుకోండి. మేబీ మీకున్న నాలెడ్జ్కి తను 10% కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉండదు. సైన్ చేస్తారా? ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. మీకు షిఫ్ట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటాయా? మామూలుగా ఉంటాయా రెగ్యులర్గా? ఈ టైంకి వచ్చేయచ్చు మీరు. ఓకే ఫైన్. ఓకే, సో లెట్స్ గో అండ్ ప్రొసీడ్. మీ ఏం లేదు, ఎవరు రాలేదు, ఇంకెవరు రావాలి? ఓకే ఫైన్. హర్ష, చెన్నారెడ్డి, గీత, జనార్దన్, ప్రమోద్, ప్రవీణ్, శాంతను. హే శాంతను అంటే ఎవరు? ఏ శాంతను, యు ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ 6:30 బ్యాచ్ రైట్? శాంతను, ఏ శాంతను అంటే అతనే కదా, మర్చిపోయి, సుధాకర్ వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్ కదా, ఒరిస్సా. ఓకే ఓకే, సుధాకర్ ఫ్రెండ్ శాంతను. గాట్ ఇట్. శశాంక్, సురేష్ అల్లంపట్టి, సురేష్, యా యువర్ శాంతను. దట్స్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గెట్టింగ్ యువర్ నేమ్. ఓకే ఫైన్. మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం ఇప్పుడు? ఏజెంట్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ నోట్స్. ఏజెంట్స్ నోట్స్ ఇవ్వలేదా? వాళ్ళ బ్యాచ్కి ఇచ్చినట్టున్నా. ఓకే రైట్.
Harsha,
యా
this is Vasim.
వసీం.
Yesterday, what we covered, because I was not there.
వర్క్ విత్ సోపా.
No, yesterday, what we covered yesterday.
వాట్ వి కవర్డ్ ఎస్టర్డే?
Yeah.
SLA. Yes, it worked fine. Yes. Yes, Wasim, what is the issue?
No.
Oh, you are asking.
Yesterday,
You are just checking with me. Okay, fine. You were not there yesterday. Okay. So yesterday we worked on SLA. After routing, SLA is done. Agents. Write down. Agent is an internal background process. Agent is an internal background process. which runs the activities in the background, at scheduled time interval, మీకు డిక్లేర్ ఇండెక్స్ అవ్వలేదు కదా, డిక్లేర్ ట్రిగ్గర్ వర్క్ అయింది, ఇండెక్స్ మిగిలింది డిక్లరేటివ్ రూల్స్ లో, తర్వాత చూద్దాం. ఓకే, సో see I'll give you a scenario. Say suppose, see every Friday you will be getting an email from your bank with your bank balance. What is your bank balance? Okay, every Friday morning 7 o'clock, something like that. So you will be automatically sent with an email. Okay, so this is so and so is your bank balance. Okay, so every Friday this is happening, right? So there will be a program written in order to go ahead and send an email notification to you with the balance. So this program, who is going to send you emails? Is it happening manually or it's automation? It will be 100% automated. Okay, so what happens, they will write a program and they will schedule a job. Okay, so this job will run every Friday morning 7 o'clock, every Saturday, say suppose every Saturday morning 7 o'clock. What this job will do, it will execute one program. That program will go ahead and find out all the active customers, get their what is the current balance, what is their email ID, loop through it and send an email notification to everyone, bulk email. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, whenever you go ahead and see in the background, this kind of functionality can be implemented in Pega by using agents. So agent is an internal background process which executes activities at scheduled time intervals. So every Saturday night 12 p.m. I want to execute an activity. So this is a common activity. Every Saturday I want to execute this activity at night 12 p.m. So that can be achieved by agents. So you don't need to involve in this manual process and all. So this is automation process. Okay, next. Agent can be created under sysadmin category. Agent is an instance of the class idena Geeta rule agent Q. Agent is an instance of the class rule agent Q. Right now, each agent will be associated, next point, each agent will be associated with a scheduled time. And each agent will be associated with a scheduled time, and it will be associated with an activity, and it will be associated with an activity. And it will be associated with an activity. Right out, next point. Agent schedule is an instance of the class data agent Q. Agent schedule is an instance of the class data agent Q. Agent schedule is an instance of the class data agent Q. Okay, write down. Agent wakes up at its scheduled time. Agent wakes up at its scheduled time. Agent wakes up at its scheduled time and executes associated activity. And executes associated activity. And executes associated activity. Okay, next. Write down. All the agents will be woken up at their scheduled time. All the agents will be woken up at their scheduled time. All the agents will be woken up at their scheduled time by a master agent called system pulse. By a master agent called system pulse. All the agents will be woken up at the scheduled time by a master agent called system pulse. So system pulse is the master agent which will wake up all the agents that you are going to create at its scheduled time. Okay. Next. Agent modes. There are three different modes available for agent. There are three different modes available for agent. First one, legacy. Write down side by side. Second one, standard. Third one, advanced. Next, put aside heading. We'll talk about these things. Put aside heading AQM. AQM stands for auto queue management. 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 Right now, AQM is an internal algorithm. AQM is an internal algorithm which verifies the queue items in the queue table. Which verifies queue items in the queue table called PR underscore sys underscore queues, which verifies the queue items in the queue table. PR underscore sys underscore, hey, hang on, which inserts okay, which verifies the queue items into the PRC into the queue table PRC queues. Okay. So this AQM decides on this AQM decides whether the agent activity should be executed or not. This AQM decides whether the agent activity should be executed or not based on the status of the queue item, based on the availability. Write down. So this sir, based on the availability and status of the queue item. The below are different status available for different status of below are different status of queue items. First one, scheduled. Second one enti now processing, correct, now processing. Third one, broken queue or broken process? Broken queue or broken process? Broken process, thank you. Scheduled, now processing, broken process. శరత్ చెప్పండి. శరత్ చెప్పండి.